Welcome to Talk, ladies and gentlemen. Today is April the 21st, 2026. I believe is the 21st. Yes, it is. It's the 21st, 2026. I kind of woke up my dog because I had to put my chair here. And I'm on his spot. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to be on your spot. But yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I'm home by myself because my family has to work. And I'm with my puppy by myself. I'm not scared to be with my puppy by myself. I'm just saying that I'm by myself with my puppy, and he likes to go hyper. And I'm not the hyper one. Because, ladies and gentlemen, I think every time he plays, he has to go washroom. And I read that you do activities, it makes you go pee. It makes you have to go washroom. He was playing with a bottle yesterday, and he went washroom. So, I let him play by himself for now. When he does get his shots, I already told you he doesn't have his shots yet because it costs a lot of money to get dog shots. You have to make sure you have the money. And you need to make sure you could take them because my dad is the only one that could drive me and my doggy over here to the vet. So I need to make sure that he could drive us and we could get there and we have the money to do this because they cost a lot of money. I don't know why it costs a lot of money to give dog shots. Why can't they get health care? I think you could. You have to pay for that too. Well, ladies and gentlemen, before we got Monday Night Raw. The Raw after Mania. We did get some people joining to Monday Night Raw. It wasn't a big one. It wasn't really surprising. Wasn't really surprising for me. But, ladies and gentlemen, we got some NXT stars got called up to Monday Night Raw. And these are the people that got joined. Ethan Page is on Raw. He will have a match with Javon Evans later on tonight. And, ladies and gentlemen, we heard about Joe Hendry next week. Next week, we will have a Joe Hendry concert, and Michael Cole made it official that he's on Raw. So tonight's NXT will be his last night on NXT against Kiana Carver. So I think Kiana Carver is going to win the match, and that's going to be the end of Joe Hendry on NXT. And now he will be on Raw. So Ruka showed up as well. With Liv Morgan's celebration, Liv Morgan had a celebration because she won the title. She's the best women's world champion of all time. Oh, I got a cough. Whew. Something in my throat. And then the lady told her she got interrupted by Ruka. So Ruka said she didn't want to find a fight, but she's not going to back down one because Liv Morgan tried to threaten her to get out of the ring because you won't make it to the next WrestleMania. But, and that appears made a match between Ruka versus Liv Morgan later on tonight. What else we got? We got The Vision had a segment. We did get a return. The Vision is complaining about ISO Speed. How he lost the match at WrestleMania. And how Logan Paul punched in the face. Oh my god, I got the hiccups, I got cough, I got yawns. Why are there so many things happening to me? He is my puppy. I'm not yelling at you, my puppy. I'm not yelling at you, my puppy. Look at that cute little eyeballs. Look at the cute little eyeballs. We had a good morning. We went go outside. He was playing around. He was hopping like a bunny. He was a good boy. My heart is still didn't come in yet. I'm hoping that we get it soon and he could stop choking himself. Stop pulling on the collar. I feel sorry for his little neck. I feel sorry for his little neck. Yeah, what are you sniffing my table for? Ladies and gentlemen, so they were talking about the ISO Speed, and Logan Paul is happy that he punched him in the face and all that stuff. And Mr. Paul Heyman introduced the return of Braun Breaker. And Braun Breaker talking about Seth Rollins, how happy he is to make Seth Rollins lose at WrestleMania to Gunther. And ladies and gentlemen, Seth Rollins comes out. But he hits Braun Breaker back of the head with a chair. But the numbers game was too much for Seth Rollins. He got beat up by everybody. My dog is sitting at my bathroom. I don't know why, but yeah. So we have the rest of the division attacking Seth Rollins until the returning of the Street Profits comes out and saves Seth Rollins and got rid of the World Tag Team Champions. And I guess Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford is now part of Raw and will go for those World Tag Team Championships. My goodness. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Braun Breaker still destroys Seth Rollins. He has a nasty cut back in his head. And then CM Punk, we had a segment with CM Punk. I did not put that in here. But we have a segment with CM Punk. He comes out. He says he's not going anywhere. He lost. And I think he's happy that he lost because now he doesn't have the weight of the World Heavyweight title. And he says, all I have to do is wait. And you know that a championship opportunity will just fall from the sky. And Cody Rhodes comes out with a big giant black eye because he got punted in the head. And talking about CM Punk because he feels like he's a loser. And he says, I think he's trying to mean that CM Punk's supposed to feel like a loser because he lost. But Cody Rhodes thinks he feels like a loser because he got punted in the head. And he doesn't feel well. CM Punk says, I don't feel like a loser. You're not a loser. You're still the champ. You stay as a champ. Become a champ. Stay as the champion. And then CM Punk told Cody Rhodes, like I said, all I have to do is wait because you don't know. A championship will just fall. Opportunity for a title will just fall in place. Fall in your hands. So CM Punk was about to leave, but Cody Rhodes says, CM Punk, name the time, name the place. So I'm guessing we're getting CM Punk versus Cody Rhodes in the future. Ladies and gentlemen, we got the Oba Femi to start off Monday Night Raw. He comes out. He only had to say one sentence. The ruler has arrived. And he's done. We heard from Roman Reigns, but that's the end of the show. Let's get to the matches. First, we got Rhea Ripley and Io Sky versus Kairi Sane and Asuka. It was a pretty decent tag team match, but the winner of that match was Rhea Ripley and Io Sky. And ladies and gentlemen, the sad part, Rhea Ripley is the SmackDown's Women's Champion. And now she has to go to SmackDown. So she had to say her byes to Io Sky because Io Sky will stay on Raw. And now, ladies and gentlemen, Ryo is no more. I'm sad. Ladies and gentlemen, the debut of Ethan Page will be versing Javon Evans. It was a pretty decent match, but ladies and gentlemen, because of the little help of Rusev tried to attack Javon Evans outside the ring. He was where the timekeeper is. And then Javon Evans just jumped on him. But he wasn't focused. And he lost to Ethan Page. Rusev attacked Javon Evans. Ethan Page didn't want to be part of it. But Penta comes out to make the save. But, ladies and gentlemen, Ethan Page helped Rusev to take out Penta and Javon Evans. Well, we have the debut of Sol Ruka will be versing Liv Morgan because she ruined the celebration. And ladies and gentlemen, it was a pretty decent match. Sol Ruka was about to win, but she got attacked by Zarya, her last woman standing match opponent for tonight's NXT. She got attacked by Zarya, and Sol Ruka lost the match to Liv Morgan. And then our main event, we got Finn Balor versus JD McDonough. Ladies and gentlemen, the winner, it was a pretty decent match. I think the winner was Finn Balor. And then Finn Balor got attacked by Dominic Mysterio. Dominic attacked Finn Balor. He's not done with Finn because he wasn't ready for a street fight. He wasn't ready for the Demon Finn Balor on WrestleMania. He was wanting to fight Finn Balor in a one-on-one match, a regular match, not a street fight. So now he's getting angry. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we heard from Roman Reigns. Roman Reigns comes out, but he sees his cousins, the Usos, in the gorilla area. And ladies and gentlemen, he says, come on, let's go. And ladies and gentlemen, it looks like the bloodline is coming back, but it's different. Because Roman doesn't want them to serve him as the tribal chief. He wants them to be have his back. And Jimmy and Jay said yes to that. And then, ladies and gentlemen, Roman Reigns got interrupted by Jacob Fatu. And Jacob Fatu, Roman says there's two reasons why you're out here. One, you're going to acknowledge me. Jacob Fatu said, no, I'm not doing that. And Roman says option number 2 is for the World Heavyweight Championship. And Jacob Fatu says, I don't want it. I need it. And he says he issued a challenge to Roman Reigns at Backlash. But Roman says, I don't think you're ready. So I want you to think about it. I give you the rest of the week. See you next week on Raw. See if you really want this match. Will we get Jacob Fatu versus Roman Reigns for the World Heavyweight Championship at Backlash? But if you guys enjoyed this video, hit the like button, leave a comment below, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell. My dog over here is playing with his ball. He's giving me a weird face. He's giving me a weird face. He's a good dog. Yeah, he's growing on me. I'm doing everything I could for him. He's having a good life here. He's having his puppy life. Yeah, I get annoyed when he gets hyper, but you know what? He's a puppy. I'm a old guy. I'm not hyper. But when he stops being hyper, he's quiet. He's in his cage playing with his ball. I didn't put him in the cage. He walked in there by himself. See, he doesn't care if he's in the cage right now. But when I put him in to go to bed, he cries. He cries to get out. But he's in there right now, laying on his bed, playing with his toys. But he doesn't like when I put him in. I don't know. He thinks he's in trouble. That's why I put him in. Because he's not in trouble now, because he's just in it. He's right here. He's just in his cage. You see the door open. There's the cage and the door open. So he could come out anytime he wants. So he gets to go in there. I'm sorry for the Coke bottle and the chips. I need to clear my table from last night watching Raw. Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, I don't know what it is, but he doesn't like being in the cage when I put him in there, but he's okay putting himself in there. It's not hard to put him in the cage. You just throw a toy that he likes or a treat in there, he goes in there. He doesn't give you a hard time. Is that he cries and he wakes people up, and that's the only problem he does. But that's mostly not it. And then when you don't give him attention, he will just go to bed. And now you put his ball in his boot. Ladies and gentlemen, yeah, so that's all for today. If you guys enjoyed this video, you know what to do. Like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell. And I will see you guys tomorrow for NXT results. Bye!